What if the greatest tool for transforming your life was already within you? It's not your wealth, not your talents, nor even the opportunities you've been given. It's your mind. Every thought you entertain shapes your experiences, emotions, and ultimately, your destiny. But how often do we reflect on the quality of these thoughts? Are they lifting us up or dragging us down? This is not just a comforting idea to cling to when things get tough. It's a timeless truth, deeply rooted in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us to navigate life's ups and downs with clarity, resilience, and purpose. The Stoics believed that while external events are beyond our control, our responses are entirely within our power. And this, my friends, is the secret to becoming mentally strong. Today, we'll embark on a transformative journey, exploring 5 profound lessons from Stoicism that will equip you with the tools to master your mind and conquer life's challenges. By the end, you'll not only understand these principles, but feel empowered to apply them to your daily life. So, are you ready to unlock the full potential of your mind? Stay with me until the end, because the most powerful revelation awaits in the final secret. 1. The role of vision in mental strength. Imagine you're lost in a dense forest. The path is unclear, the trees are thick, and each step feels more daunting than the last. Now, picture yourself climbing to a high vantage point. From there, you see the way forward, a clear trail leading out of the woods. This is what vision does for your life. It provides clarity, direction, and purpose, especially when you're surrounded by uncertainty. The Stoics understood that while we cannot control the obstacles that arise, we can control how we orient ourselves toward them. Vision is more than just setting goals. It's about aligning your actions with a higher purpose. Do you know what truly matters to you? Are your daily choices leading you closer to the life you want, or are they pulling you further away? When you cultivate a vision beyond your immediate circumstances, you develop the mental fortitude to face life's challenges without losing sight of what truly matters. This requires both clarity and commitment. Clarity involves identifying your long-term aspirations and understanding why they matter. What are the principles that guide your life? Commitment, on the other hand, is the discipline to pursue these aspirations even when the road is difficult. Are you prepared to stand firm in your values, even when external pressures tempt you to waver? But how do you maintain this vision amidst life's chaos? The Stoic answer is simple yet profound. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Every time you shift your energy away from what lies beyond your influence, be it the opinions of others, unforeseen events, or even past regrets, you gain more strength to invest in what truly counts. This focus sharpens your vision, allowing you to navigate life with purpose and confidence. Maintaining a vision doesn't just guide you through hard times, it also elevates the good ones. When you know where you're going, every small victory feels like a step closer to something meaningful. This sense of progress, however incremental, adds richness to your life. So, I ask you, what is your vision? Are you living each day with a sense of purpose? Or are you drifting aimlessly, reacting to whatever comes your way? Take a moment to reflect on this. If you're inspired by these ideas, let me know in the comments. What vision drives you? If this resonates, hit the like button and share your thoughts below. Our next secret will reveal why adversity, often feared and avoided, is actually your greatest ally in building mental strength. Let's dive in. 2. The Stoic approach to adversity. Adversity, the very word can send a shiver down the spine. Yet, what if I told you that adversity is not your enemy, but your greatest teacher? The Stoics, masters of mental resilience, believed this to their core. Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher-emperor who faced war, betrayal, and personal loss, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think about that for a moment. The very obstacles you encounter are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Adversity provides you with the opportunity to grow, to strengthen your character, and to cultivate virtues such as patience, resilience, and courage. But how often do we view our challenges this way? More commonly, we resist them, lament our misfortune, and wish for an easier path. But ask yourself, has an easy life ever truly shaped someone into their best self? The Stoics invite us to reframe our perspective. When faced with hardship, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" consider, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in mindset transforms adversity from a source of suffering into a classroom for personal growth. Every setback becomes a lesson, every struggle a chance to practice and perfect the virtues that make life meaningful. Take, for example, a professional setback. Perhaps you've lost a job or been passed over for a promotion. The initial response might be disappointment, even despair. But what if you viewed this event as an opportunity? What doors might now open that were previously unseen? Could this be a chance to pivot toward a more fulfilling career or to develop skills that have long been neglected? Each challenge carries within it the seed of growth, but only if we choose to see it. The same principle applies to interpersonal conflicts. Difficult relationships test our patience and understanding, but they also hone our ability to navigate complex social dynamics. Are you willing to see these moments as opportunities to cultivate empathy and wisdom? Or will you let frustration and anger dictate your actions? Let's not pretend this process is easy. Embracing adversity requires discipline and courage. It's natural to feel overwhelmed in the face of significant challenges. But Stoicism reminds us that growth often requires discomfort. Just as muscles must be stressed to grow stronger, our psychological and emotional resilience must be tested to develop. Moreover, adversity teaches us to focus on what truly matters. When life strips away the superficial, we are left with a clearer view of our core values and priorities. What will you hold on to when everything else falls away? What virtues will you strengthen when the external world feels beyond your control? These are the questions adversity compels us to answer. And here's the paradox. By embracing adversity, you not only survive your challenges, but thrive because of them. Each obstacle, no matter how daunting, becomes a tool for self-improvement. This is the essence of mental strength in Stoicism, using life's difficulties as fuel for growth. So, the next time you face adversity, pause and reflect. What stands in your way today, and how can you turn it into the way forward? Now that we've explored the transformative power of adversity, let's move on to another cornerstone of mental strength: self-discipline. How can mastering your impulses and staying true to your values lead to a life of purpose and fulfillment? Let's find out. 3. Self-discipline, the foundation of mental strength. Self-discipline. It's a term that often conjures images of rigid routines, strict diets, or relentless work ethics. But in the Stoic tradition, self-discipline goes far beyond mere self-control. It is the cornerstone of a meaningful life, the bridge between your values and your actions. Without it, even the most compelling vision or the best response to adversity can crumble under the weight of fleeting desires and unchecked impulses. So, what exactly does it mean to live a life of self-discipline? For the Stoics, self-discipline was about aligning one's actions with rational thought and long-term goals, even when emotions or temptations threatened to pull one off course. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote serves as a reminder that discipline begins with the mind. Are you willing to command your thoughts and actions, or will you let external circumstances dictate them? consider the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make each day. Do you hit snooze or rise with intention? Do you choose to exercise despite the comfort of staying in bed? Do you opt for a healthy meal or succumb to the allure of fast food? These decisions, while minor on their own, accumulate into habits. And habits, as the Stoics teach, define your character. But self-discipline isn't just about resisting temptation. It's about cultivating an inner strength that keeps you grounded in your principles, even in the face of adversity. Imagine you've had a long, stressful day. Your mind craves distraction, your body seeks comfort, and every fiber of your being wants to abandon your commitments. In that moment, what do you choose? Do you indulge in temporary relief, or do you stand firm in your pursuit of something greater? The Stoics believed that self-discipline was the key to living a virtuous life. By mastering your impulses, you free yourself from the tyranny of immediate gratification and gain the freedom to act according to reason and virtue. This mastery requires constant vigilance. Are you aware of the thoughts and emotions driving your decisions? Are you able to pause, reflect, and choose the harder, right over the easier wrong? In practice, self-discipline involves both action and inaction. It means knowing when to push forward and when to step back, when to speak and when to remain silent. It's about exercising control not only over your external actions, but also over your internal responses. How often do you find yourself reacting impulsively to a situation only to regret it later? What if, instead, you practiced the Stoic principle of pausing and reflecting before responding? One powerful aspect of self-discipline is its cumulative nature. Each time you make a disciplined choice, you strengthen your willpower, making it easier to do so again in the future. This is much like training a muscle. Repeated effort leads to growth. But unlike physical training, the benefits of self-discipline extend beyond the body to shape your entire character. Are you training your mind with the same dedication you train your body? It's important to recognize that self-discipline isn't about perfection. Even the most disciplined individuals falter. What matters is how you respond to these moments of weakness. Do you use them as an opportunity to learn and grow, or do you allow them to derail your progress? The Stoics would encourage us to view setbacks with compassion and resolve, seeing them not as failures, but as lessons. As you reflect on your own life, consider the areas where self-discipline could serve you better. What habits are holding you back from becoming the person you want to be? How can you cultivate routines that align with your values and goals? Let these questions guide your journey toward greater self-mastery. If you found this exploration of self-discipline helpful, let me know in the comments. What challenges do you face in maintaining discipline, and how do you overcome them? Don't forget to like this video if it resonates with you. Your support helps us bring more Stoic wisdom to those seeking to strengthen their minds. Now that we've uncovered the role of self-discipline in building mental strength, it's time to explore the next crucial element: reframing perceptions. How can the way you view the world transform your reality? Let's dive deeper into this powerful Stoic practice. 4. Reframing perceptions, control over judgments. Imagine waking up to a gray, rainy day. For some, this weather might immediately trigger feelings of gloom and lethargy. For others, the same rain might evoke a sense of calm, a reminder to slow down and reflect. The external event, the rain, is the same, yet the internal experiences differ wildly. Why? Because it is not the event itself that causes our distress or joy, but our perception of it. This insight lies at the heart of Stoicism, a philosophy that empowers us to reframe our perceptions and, in doing so, transform our reality. The Stoics understood that we don't suffer because of the events in our lives, but because of our judgments about those events. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, famously said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that our mental suffering stems not from external occurrences, but from the way we interpret and respond to them. But how often do we pause to question the narratives we build around our experiences? Consider a common scenario. You receive critical feedback at work. The initial sting of those words might feel unbearable, leading you to label the experience as a failure or a personal attack. But what if you reframed that feedback as an opportunity for growth? What if, instead of seeing it as criticism, you viewed it as a chance to improve and hone your skills? Suddenly, what seemed like a setback becomes a stepping stone. This practice of reframing perceptions is not about denying reality or pretending everything is positive. It's about recognizing that your judgments, often formed in the heat of the moment, are not always accurate or helpful. How many times have you replayed a negative encounter in your mind, each repetition magnifying your distress? What if, instead, you could pause, examine your thoughts, and choose a more constructive perspective? The Stoics likened the mind to a fortress, with your rational faculties as its gatekeepers. Marcus Aurelius called this the inner citadel. Within this citadel, you are sovereign. You decide which thoughts to admit and which to reject. Imagine the power of being able to observe a negative thought, acknowledge its presence without judgment, and then calmly decide whether to act on it or let it go. How much more peace and clarity could you achieve? One practical way to reframe your perceptions is through self-inquiry. When a negative thought arises, ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Does it serve my long-term goals? Often, you'll find that these thoughts are based on assumptions or exaggerated fears rather than reality. For instance, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a looming deadline, instead of spiraling into panic, remind yourself of the many times you've met similar challenges and emerged stronger. What does this perspective do for your confidence and focus? Another powerful Stoic tool is visualization. The Stoics often practiced negative visualization, imagining worst-case scenarios to prepare their minds for adversity. By confronting your fears in a controlled way, you reduce their power over you. This practice helps you recognize that even the most challenging events are rarely as catastrophic as they seem. When was the last time you faced a fear head-on and realized it wasn't as daunting as you had imagined? Reframing perceptions also applies to our interactions with others. Suppose someone insults you. The immediate reaction might be anger or hurt, but the Stoics would encourage you to pause and reflect. What does this insult really mean? Is it a reflection of your character, or does it reveal more about the other person's state of mind? By reframing the situation, you regain control over your emotional response and maintain your composure. Have you ever found peace by choosing not to take offense? Mastering the art of reframing perceptions doesn't mean you'll never experience negative emotions. Anger, fear, and sadness are natural human responses. The goal is not to suppress these emotions, but to prevent them from controlling you. By observing your thoughts and challenging unhelpful narratives, you create space for a more balanced and rational response. This is the essence of Stoic mental strength, the ability to see things clearly and act wisely. So, the next time life throws a curveball, take a moment to reflect. What story are you telling yourself about this event? How can you reframe it to align with your values and goals? With this new understanding of perception, we're ready to explore our final secret: resilience. How can you cultivate a mind that not only withstands life's storms, but grows stronger with each one? Stay with me as we dive into this crucial element of Stoic mental strength. 5. Building resilience through Stoic practices. Resilience. It's a word we often hear but rarely pause to truly understand. What does it mean to be resilient? Is it merely the ability to bounce back from adversity, or is it something deeper? The Stoics believed that resilience is not just about recovery, it's about transformation. It's the process of emerging from life's challenges not only intact, but stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the road ahead. This, they taught, is the hallmark of true mental strength. Resilience begins with a simple, yet profound realization. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. This principle is at the core of Stoicism, and it serves as the foundation for building an unshakable inner strength. When faced with hardship, do you react impulsively, or do you pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with your values? This choice, repeated consistently, is what forges resilience. Imagine you're navigating a storm at sea. The waves are fierce, the wind relentless. You can't control the storm, but you can control your ship. You can adjust your sails, steady your hand on the wheel, and stay focused on your destination. In life, the storm represents external challenges, loss, failure, conflict. Your ship is your mind, and your ability to navigate through the storm is your resilience. One of the most powerful tools for building resilience is the Stoic practice of perception. As we discussed earlier, it's not the event itself, but your judgment of it that causes distress. When you reframe your perceptions, you reduce the emotional weight of adversity. But resilience goes a step further. It's about embracing adversity as an essential part of your growth. Have you ever considered that life's challenges might be exactly what you need to reach your full potential? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This means that every obstacle you face is an opportunity to practice virtue. Patience, courage, humility. These qualities are not developed in times of ease, but in moments of struggle. When was the last time a difficult experience helped you grow in ways you didn't expect? Resilience also requires consistency. It's not about making one heroic stand against adversity. It's about showing up every day, no matter how difficult the circumstances. This daily commitment builds what the Stoics called the inner citadel, a fortified mind that remains strong regardless of external turmoil. How can you build your inner citadel? Start by cultivating habits that reinforce your mental and emotional strength. Regular reflection, mindfulness, and even gratitude can help you maintain perspective and resilience. Speaking of gratitude, this practice is often overlooked in the context of resilience, but it's incredibly powerful. When you focus on what you still have rather than what you've lost, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or difficulty. Rather, it's about recognizing that even in the darkest times, there are still things to be thankful for. What are you grateful for today? How does this perspective change your experience of adversity? Another key element of resilience is preparation. The Stoics advocated for mental rehearsals of potential hardships, a practice known as premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. By imagining worst-case scenarios, you not only prepare yourself for possible outcomes, but also reduce the fear of the unknown. Have you ever noticed that the anticipation of difficulty is often more stressful than the difficulty itself? By confronting your fears in advance, you rob them of their power. Finally, resilience is not a solitary endeavor. The Stoics emphasize the importance of community and mutual support. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share your commitment to growth can provide strength and encouragement. When was the last time you leaned on a friend or offered support to someone else? Resilience is often built in these moments of connection, where we find strength not just within ourselves, but through the shared human experience. As we conclude our exploration of resilience, reflect on your own journey. What challenges have you faced, and how have they shaped you? Share your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've cultivated resilience in your life. If these Stoic principles resonate with you, like this video, and join our growing community of seekers who are committed to mastering their minds and living with purpose. Now, let's bring everything together. You've discovered the transformative power of vision, the value of adversity, the necessity of self-discipline, the art of reframing perceptions, and the strength of resilience. But this journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's only the beginning. Let's wrap up with a call to action that will help you take these principles off the page and into your life. You've now explored the 5 secrets to becoming mentally strong through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Each principle, vision, adversity, self-discipline, reframing perceptions, and resilience, builds upon the last, creating a comprehensive framework for mastering your mind and transforming your life. But knowledge alone is not enough. The true power of Stoicism lies in its application. How will you take these lessons and integrate them into your daily existence? Think back to the moments in your life when you felt most challenged. Did you have a clear vision guiding you through uncertainty? Did you see adversity as an opportunity for growth? Were you disciplined in your actions, grounded in reality, and resilient in the face of setbacks? If not, now is the time to change that narrative. Stoicism teaches us that life is a series of tests. Every challenge, every decision, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to practice virtue and grow stronger. The Stoic path is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about showing up every day with the intention to live a life aligned with your values and purpose. So, what's your next step? Will you take a moment each morning to reflect on your vision and the kind of person you want to be? Will you practice reframing your perceptions when life feels overwhelming? Will you commit to small, daily acts of discipline that strengthen your character? These actions may seem simple, but over time, they will lead to profound transformation. As you embark on this journey, remember that you are not alone. The Stoics themselves leaned on their community for support and encouragement. In that spirit, I invite you to join this community of modern Stoics. Share your thoughts in the comments. What resonated with you? Which of these principles will you focus on first? Your insights might inspire someone else on their journey. If you found value in this exploration of Stoic mental strength, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who could benefit from these teachings. Together, we can continue to grow, turning every obstacle into an opportunity and every setback into a stepping stone. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, the path to mental strength is lifelong, but every step you take brings you closer to living a life of resilience, purpose, and virtue. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep walking the Stoic path. Until next time, take care, and may your mind be your greatest ally.